Baba Boom. Hello and welcome to the Master Fran Art Stream. It's me, Master Fran, and I'm here today to do some cool stuff here. Do some artwork, make some pixel pushing stuff here. I'm gonna be pushing pixels, pushing P, all that stuff. I'm gonna be making cool art. Welcome. It's a nice Wednesday, November 15th. It's a nice Wednesday night. It was a sunny, warm day today, and I've been just doing stuff. I just, recovering from last weekend where I did a con at Windy City Comic Con. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the follow, P Hall. And hope you enjoy my chill stream. I do a lot of just general art stuff in general, and this is a collection of streams that I do to help develop my video game Blackmask. It's a fake Game Boy game where I make a raccoon go on a treasure hunt, and he fights other animals with his swords if he's strong enough to. So that's kind of just one of those things that I usually do on the stream. I do other art and whatever art that I do that I don't burn out on. But yeah, welcome to the art stream here. I've been pretty alright so far. Recovering from my notable I've been recovering from I've been coming from a convention. So last weekend I was at the WindyCon, and it went pretty well. It's a general sci-fi convention. It was me kind of just doing that show for the first ever time. It was pretty nice. It's a nice, smaller, low-key show. I did my typical convention stuff where I sold my artwork, and just did my general art selling and hung out with some authors. And I did their art show for the first ever time. It wasn't as this is the first time just having the confidence to just say, yes, I'm going to put my art for sale. And it's not easy to actually just be willing to put your artwork for sale. So that's kind of just been the fascinating task that I've been up to. And I'd love to do more art selling in general, like actually selling my originals, because I only took the time to sell maybe 3 originals. I sold the original ink drawing of my Mia the Cat Dancer ink drawing, and that went okay. I didn't get any bids, but truth be told, it's not really about the bids. It's more about getting my stuff actually out there and people know that it exists. So that's kind of just me putting out my work so people can just enjoy me being a, I guess, debut artist in Chicago. Now, that was pretty alright. Want to do other ones next year. Of course, I can do that whenever I can. And I believe this will be the last year that I'm actually I think this is the last year that I'm doing a convention in general, because I can't think of other conventions, and I haven't found anything upcoming in my calendar. Sorry, I guess I'm just out of sorts. I've just had a long day of my day job, and I guess I'm still kind of just getting back into doing this. And what I'm currently doing is making a good generalized background for Blackmask. And this is supposed to be the altar room. This is supposed to be where all the important stuff is happening right now. So, kind of just figuring out how the brickwork's gonna look with just general blockings. And I've also just gotten into pushing myself to iterate my stuff more, because I feel like I've been constantly gun shy about all of my artwork, feeling unwilling to just stick with an idea and just hang with it. And I've been feeling, I guess, out of sorts in a way. I think this probably is after convention angst, where you're spending a weekend being an expert and a master of your own domain. You know, you're the big expert. People are coming here and they're approaching your table because they like the work that you make. And then you go to your normal day job that actually pays you money, and you kind of just feel like an invisible shadow that you kind of just are there. And whether or not you do your job well really kind of just doesn't matter, because this doesn't, I guess I just don't feel much interest in doing this anymore. That's just me, I suppose, feeling a little dejected. No, it's probably just me not feeling all that. Yeah, I guess it's me kind of just feeling like, oh, I should be more important than I am, but I'm really not. I think I'm just feeling down for the most part. I think today is just a more down time for me. You know, all the convention stuff is finished. So the only thing that's left to do is just prepare for the next ones, I suppose. I think I'll be doing some more. I think I'll at least visit some cons. Like, I'll visit Midwest Fur Fest, see if any of my friends are actually there. So even that's not 100% guarantee, because I kind of just can't really decide whether or not I want to go or not, because I'm a little, I still gotta just do other stuff. So I guess I'm feeling unwilling to just do stuff. I don't know. Today is kind of just a be chill, tune out, and see if I can just get this background done, because I've been struggling with getting an altar room to look interesting looking. And I've been trying to do things like get a shaft of light to kind of just shine from the top down, and get the focus to the middle, like coming from all the way from the side to this big important spot in the middle, and getting all that to look coherent, and also matching the previous, like getting it to match this stuff here. And I just realized that it's actually not even exact, or it kind of is. I need to thin up some stuff up here, but that's a million different things that need to be done. And I think I need to meet with Adam again to kind of just, I guess, bring back perspective. Because I'm kind of just feeling, I guess I'm just feeling a little burned out. Like, I'm kind of like feeling all this unwillingness to work on anything at all. Like, I think I'm hitting that point in working on an art project where I'm going through the suck part of it, where it's not glamorous, you're not brainstorming anything, you are just doing the work. And the boring parts are boring, of course. Like most art stuff is boring, and kind of have to do it. Hey, Josie. I'm sorry. Hey, Joshy, how's it going? Yep, this is a few backgrounds from my game. I'm currently getting this done, and hopefully I can at least get it done within today, because I've been crunching on this. Well, not crunching. There's no crunching in this, because there's no timeline. There's no deadline for this game. I am putting all this stuff mainly for my own personal gain. So what I'm currently doing is making a light shaft here to kind of just establish more of a, try to like figure out how I can make this look like a light shaft without completely hiding. I want to make it look like light's coming from the bottom and it's fairly dark inside. Like, that's the goal, is to be more minimal with this. What program am I using again? I use a Sprite, and that's basically the, I think, general program for most pixel artists, is they use a Sprite, and it has a good amount of features. It's it's built for pixel art stuff, because it's for pixel art primarily. There are other programs that can do pixel art. You can do pixel art in just Photoshop or Clip Studio Paint. Thing is, you have to modify your brushes so that it won't anti-alias all your stuff and blur all your pixels. And that's one notable thing that Sprite is good at, is it doesn't anti-alias your stuff by default. Like, it does have what is it? Where is it? There is an alias brush here, if I can find it. Like, yeah, here's the blur tool. Like, you can do this, and it actually does some interesting stuff where it'll legit darken the pixels here to what your colors actually are. But I don't want to do that, because actually no, this is the first time actually using the blur tool, and it looks actually better than how Clip Studio Paint does their blur tool. But this program, this pixel art isn't the right appropriate. This isn't the appropriate version that I need right now. In fact, it's better that I have this, because this is the scramble tool, I believe. Jumble tool. So Clip Studio Paint is a jumble tool, and this actually feels perfect for getting a nice, rough, rocky surface. Yeah, this is looking good. A nice, rough, rocky surface on the insides of this pixels. Yeah, I like the jumble tool. It's making it look nice and rocky. Like, It'd probably make it large, maybe 6. Yeah, that's looking good. Because I've already established the lighting through just blocks of light. And lighten the shade on the inner part of the blocks. I probably could do that. Let's see. Because... Oh. Contagious. Oh. Because I do want to draw this light down to here because the these are the main tiles that Cole must be able to stand on. I've set up the art direction where the tiles contrast, like the background contrast from the foreground, so these tiles will contrast from the background. They're more in the back. And let's see. It kind of works. Oop. Like a few of these go pretty well. Nah, that ain't working. Because above all else, I need this to blend into the back more. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just leave it. Because, yeah, again, this is a palette of 4 colors, and that's the general limit of 4 colors. And, that's the limit of, like, a 4-color Game Boy game. And it is restrictive, but it does get me being creative. And the way I've been creative is I pretty much decide the composition on a certain amount of colors. So usually for background stuff in general, I will have all my stuff be just the dark black. So this is technically black, and then a slightly light gray. So, these two are kind of equivalent to these two. And if I could find a way to zoom my mouse, I need to find out how I could do that in OBS, but basically, pull out all, ideas of color and think about it in terms of tones. So, this is a lighter tone, and this is an even lighter tone. And this, you can think of it as white. But basically, you have 2 tones, and then the white of the paper, then the black of the ink. So if you were doing this on paper, that's how you could think about it. Well, it looks good as it is. I just don't know what exactly do with the program. Oh yeah. And this stuff, you can apply it to other this is like a general drawing thing. Like, you will do this even with pen and ink. Like, let me zoom. Let me actually go to my webcam real quick, because this is a pretty good thing to show here. So, I currently have some, basic concept art of my temple drawing here. And what I do with it is that what I do with that temple drawing is that, this is the white of the paper. So this would be the equivalent of the light yellow in the pixel art. And then this would basically be the blacks of the pixel art, and all this line art, black the pixel art. So if you combine with gray markers, let me just pull out my gray markers here. Let's see. I need maybe... fuck it. Pull out the bag. Boom. Here we go, my bag of markers. So let's see. You're good. I'll use you. And how about something slightly lighter gray? Warm zero is okay. So, with these two markers, and I should zoom in. With these two markers, they're basically two grays. So you have maybe one ink for the line art, so a pen. And then you have the white of the paper. Then you have two gray markers, and these are Copic markers. They're common artists, professional artists sketching markers that you will usually do. You can get from any art supply store worth their salt. Like Michael should have a basic set. Blick Art Supply should have it. You can also get it from jetpens.com. So yeah, that's the general gist of where you can just get your stuff. And basically, when you're just drawing in general, I've been drawing for 20 years. You know, I have a basic. This is a Tombow marker brush pen, and you know it's pretty basic. It's a nice, soft, firm pen where you know you can just draw what you need. You know, bada boom. You know, it's pretty good with that. So. Yeah, it's not as soft as, say, a Pentel pocket brush pen. Let me see if I have this. Oh, here we go. Pentel pocket brush pen. And this one has more of an actual mini brush. So this is the more closer to an actual brush, like an actual paintbrush in real life. It gives you way thicker lines. But these pens don't 100% matter because they're still gonna make your marks. This stuff's gonna convert to pixel art in general because you're not making art. And I've been slowly actually getting over that. These are just sketches right now because real art that you need to do is on this pixel screen. So, because I'm able to draw in general, I can jump into whatever program that I need to do my stuff because the general art principles still apply, regardless of if you're doing pixel art, 3D art, painting on a canvas, painting in Photoshop or Clip Studio Paint. Those core fundamentals will always be there. So once you know that, you'll be able to hop into other. You'll be able to use those principles to do stuff with pixel art. So basically, what I'm doing right here is painting with what's basically a white pen. So this contrasts with the background enough that I don't need to worry about anything else. And of course, you're doing some little things to kind of just grit it up. You'll add some little bits of brickwork to it to push the roughness of the brick. There's a bit of an art to it, but, you know, with practice and having your refs next to you, I have, where's my pure ref stuff here? Yeah, pure ref's not here. Come on. This ain't it. But, you know, I have another side. I have my references on another monitor. And this is not my actual references. My actual references are bricks, but I use a program called Pure Ref, and that's Pureref, Pure Ref. And, you know, this is basically a nice place to kind of just have one spot to have all of your reference images in one place that you can just glance. And I have 3 modders because I blew a lot of money over the course of, I think, 10 years of doing art to be able to do this. Because I have a monitor that's from my first ever computer machine. Then I have a television screen that I got from Goodwill. And then I have my Cintiq that I draw on. That's 3 modders. So basically, it's a decent setup. Personally, I think you don't really need more than 3, but some people swear by having 3. I'm not super up to having a lot of modders because a lot of them. I think having more than 3 modders is kind of overkill, so I don't really keep more than 3 if I don't need to. Overall, I just do a bunch of brickwork here. And of course, you can add some rough rocks there. And a lot of it is kind of just having dots that would really benefit and give it more of that rough feeling. And you also need to make sure you're zoomed out enough that you're not constantly honing in on the tiny details. And what you're really trying to do is kind of figure out the big picture of it all. Don't blow so much time on such tiny details that you end up kind of just not even using it. And I'm actually kind of learning this lesson right now because I actually have a bear animation that I personally need to rework because previously I was working on a bear attack that, let me see if I can find the bear attack. Boom, where is the bear attack? Bear. What the heck is that bear enemy? So previously, that's not it. Previously, I had a bear animation where he had these attack frames were actually much smoother, and for as good as it looks, it's not appropriate for an 8-bit style game because a Game Boy character wouldn't go like that. Yeah, that's a giant enemy, and there'll probably be a mini boss, like a wandering mini boss. So if you know about Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 or Mr. X from Resident Evil 2, it's kind of in that ballpark where you have a difficult boss that you have to avoid. So yeah, it's possible that I'm animating too many frames, and for most 8-bit systems, you really don't even need more than 4 or 8. Because let me see if I can grab an example of the other pixel art stuff. Boom, boom, boom. And where's the Zelda 2 sprites? They'll kind of work. Let me see. So, with just general NES 8-bit sprites, you'll mostly get like 2 frames at most. And other sprites, they might have like a general walking sprite. Like, let me see if I can find a Link sprite in my archive of stuff. If I can find them. And basically, Link himself has like 3 frames of walking animation in general. And that's basically the gist of what I need to do, is try to get into that in comparison to this, where on one hand it looks good, but it's still way too many frames. Yeah, push the keyframes overall. So what I actually need to do is push the core drawings. I could probably get rid of this more. And I'll probably just save it another thing. And actually focus on the holes more. So probably like Alt-N, give it maybe 4 more frames. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe a slightly slower swing. Then maybe 1, 2. 1, 2. And then a longer hold, so the player will know to retaliate or run. There we are. It's looking slightly better and more coherent. And I'll probably just leave the impact squish just for the heck of it. And I'd love to do something like a camera shake. I could probably do that in the engine. Blur the in-between more to show movements. Yeah, I've done that. I've got some smear frames here where you have a few smear frames, and that's been good. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that's basically how he goes. And then he's on the ground. And then he is slow to recover. He goes back all the way up to his default, which is, the general idle animation. It'd be all the way back here, if I can find it. It would just be back to the idle animation. The walk's also much smoother than it needs to be. While it's a great looking walk, it's incorrect for what I need to do for an 8-bit system. I should actually look up a good equivalent sprite would be the dragon from Mega Man 2, actually. So let's see if I can't find it. And maybe I could work with that dragon a bit. And I need to wrap this up ASAP because I need to get back to work here. Satisfy my curiosity for 2 seconds. Eggman 2, let's see, Wily Castle, bingo. Okay. Alright, so I found the Mega Man 2 sprites here. And basically, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got like 4 sprites. Like 4 different frames of movements in general. So basically, there really isn't much animation for such a large sprite. Of course, you have, the shoot animation stuff. And you have the gun tank where basically the treads are moving. And you can barely see it, but if I arrange the sprites like that, if I arrange the sprites so the treads move, you'll be able to see the treads just generally moving with this. So, long story short, there are too many frames for such a large sprite, and I don't need to do that for what's basically supposed to be an 8-bit idle system. So, I probably need to go back to working with that another time. And been doing some other stuff. This is actually one of the other backgrounds that I've been working on before. That's an end cap to a general looping temple. It's supposed to loop endlessly horizontal for this one. And I wanted to make an end cap for this, but I haven't gotten around to making that end cap. That's going. This is a pretty nice pillar room here, and you could set up so it can basically just loop indefinitely. Like, I'm just getting away with doing just this. Just like a small area, but it can just loop like this infinitely if it wanted to. That's a pretty nice thing for that. Plus, infinite floor. You can just walk around, no problem. So, this is also one of my experiments with Cole Sprite, where he has a bit of a outline, a white outline, to get him to stand out more from the background. So, it's a bunch of art direction experimentation that I'm reworking because I see little problems when I'm seeing some stuff in movement, in engine sometimes. I'm like, yeah, this should probably just be readjusted to do this instead. So, some miscellaneous statues right here. A bunch of like owl bear statues for owls and things like that. I got so many variants of statues. And then we have a basic cave area where Cole can talk to whatever NPCs are inside. And I have just a basic fireplace thing where Cole can just walk into a cave, see some NPCs. It's set up so it could be whoever will show up. Could be a bigger NPC, could be a smaller NPC. And I have a giant variety of other NPCs here. Let me see if I can't find them. Please go. And we have a just giant cavalcade of NPCs here. And they're all just sitting around and talking. That's a general idea of what I want to do. Yeah, like a rest area or a safe zone. So that's a basic idea of what I want to do. But I've been making assets without actually thinking a lot about the game design purely. And that's what I realized I need to actually dive in with my programmer Adam about. I'd make a lot of assets as an artist, sure, but I'm not making assets for the purpose of getting the player to do some good stuff. Or could have a good trader there as well. Yeah. Probably other merchants. Trade some stuff with other merchants and see if you can get cheaper items or items that you couldn't get anywhere else. And that's kind of the general gist of it, where Cole will do other stuff with other people depending on what he needs to do. Maybe they'll have a side quest, maybe they have a problem that needs solving, and whatever else I can think of in terms of what would be cool to do. So that's the general hope of what I want to do with Blackmask. And all that's left to do is just get to work. Really. Just get to work, do the right thing, and you'll eventually be able to make things happen. Sorry. So yeah, basically, I've been working on this background for a bit, and I've been meaning to get it done sooner because this has been, I guess, my phantom for the past I'd say a few months. I haven't been working as much on this game art-wise and pixel-wise because Adam practically has everything. So, all he needs to do is just actually make the stuff function. Like, I can do a whole bunch of other stuff right now. And I am pretty solid in terms of stuff that I don't need to be working on right now. But I'm basically polishing it because I'm crazy. Thank you. Yes, it's looking better. It's looking betterer and betterer and more my art style. Adam had some backgrounds that he made, but while they look good, they don't mesh with my art style as much as, me actually just doing the backgrounds myself. And that's both, that could work for what he's doing, and maybe it's just me more inexperienced with doing backgrounds overall. Oh. Just getting a few dots and getting some rough little tasks of rough rock. It's a little even, I'll say that much. Like, some spots, the rocks are too even. Gotta readjust as I go. And as I go, you figure out other little things that would work. Like, you'll see that, oh hey, you could vary up the textures a bit by having some cracked rocks here. Have some cracked rocks. Round this down so it looks like the brick is lying on it and not just being a non-brick. Yeah, suggestion, chip some of the corners away. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, chipping a few corners, kind of just knock them down. Kind of just get them looking more rough. Get them looking less samey, that makes sense. Let's see. I do it in a way that both would kind of just lead down to the center here. Probably like add some stuff here. Yeah, that looks good. Alright. Stream Elements is too much on the fucking advertisements. Fuck. I can never, figure out what to do with the freaking Stream Elements sometimes. Where it's like, oh hey, do this at a certain interval, and then it's like, oh, this interview is way too much. So, it's kind of just one of those things that I need to freaking readjust. Dealing with stream technology is a pain in the butt sometimes. Like, just before I started streaming, for some reason the recording wasn't hitting, and I usually upload my VODs on YouTube, and I readjust the sound and stuff like that. Like, it's not the direct Twitch VOD, it's actually a bunch of YouTube. It's a separate, like the sound separated in the recordings, and I usually use that to readjust any sound issues that I had. Like if I'm loud, I'll upload the I'll upload the recording VOD on YouTube with readjusted sound, so you can hear my voice better. Okay. Need one more ugly brick here. Push that. Okay. That's looking good. I'm still so used to Paint Brain that even though I can swap my colors, I'm still so used to just selecting the frickin' contrasting color that I want and just painting like that. It's a bad habit, but it could be worse, honestly. Yeah, can you animate the floor to make it sparkle? I could, but the floor is not supposed to sparkle. It's supposed to look more like brick, like more of a dark, dull brick. Yeah, can you animate? Oh yeah, torches. Yeah, probably. But I also want to establish that Cole has night vision enough to not need torches, but I'll think about it. Add some more torches in general, because of course, obviously not everybody's going to be able to just see in the dark like Cole can. But it's kind of funny, when you actually look up animals, you'll kind of realize that most animals can actually see in the dark. It's actually kind of funny. Yeah, I'll just get rid of that. And I could probably just hide this. Where's the tiles? Okay. Let you hide here. And you know what? Let's crank the visibility here, so. Now this is still not named light bricks. Or lighting bricks, something like that. Yeah, I mean, there's still so much population that needs to be done here. All right. Right. Okay. So far, so good with this center spot. And now what I can do right now. Ah, that's what that was, debris. I actually could just copy this debris, put it other spots in the area. But also I don't want to set it up so because what this is supposed to do. Yeah. Move, please. Yes, you're supposed to be here. Thank you. What this debris is supposed to do is it's supposed to be a center point that is leading to what's basically a seamless brick area. Like, it's supposed to... Crap. Let me see if I can't find the master background tiles. So what this was supposed to do... And I need to find... Yes, this end cap. Hide the broken pillars here. Hide you. Where is it? Man, these folders really could just be redone. I have so much stuff in this one thing. But what it should be doing is it's supposed to be an infinite loop right here. Where is it? Didn't I have a dark thing here? Guess I gotta create a new fill. And then rework the tiles here. Hello, what are we working on? Oh hey, I was working on a bunch of backgrounds here. I'm working on a big altar room here for my video game. And it is, you know, it's tough to work on because you're kind of just figuring stuff out as you go. But what I'm currently working on is a large temple altar room where, you know, all the, this is the end cap to the big temple room. You know, Cole gets the treasure, that's the big da-da-da-da moment, and then there'll be a ball or a trap or a timer to get the hell out of there. So, this is what I'm kind of like doing right now, is kind of establishing some other, lights here. So this is supposed to be more of a shining light from the top. And you know what? Looking at this, I actually have a legit hole here, actually. Now, what engine are we using? We're using Unity. I know it's a big issue, but my programmer is an expert in Unity, and I'm not a Unity person. I don't program. I should program, but whatever. It's one of those things where it can't be helped. But for this project, we are using Unity, and that's kind of just what we're doing. You know, that's his decision overall, and I'm like wondering why the hell. Okay, I'm like wondering why this is doing. Okay, light bricks, and then like a little hole in the ceiling. Would that could work. Put the light bricks down here, then have the ceiling hole up here. Okay, looking slightly good, not perfect. No, I don't know what I'm doing here. I think for now, I'm going to see if I can't add some other pillars here and debris. Okay. Okay. I should see if I can't find some other owlbears, other debris environment stuff that I've been missing here. All right. Yeah. I had dinner earlier. It was pretty good. I had some leftover chicken, and I guess I could. I don't know. I guess I just can't talk today. Today's kind of just being a recovery stream from working on other stuff. You know, going to the day job, of course. So I'm kind of just tired and kind of just pondering this difficult to manage asset. If I can find out where the hell this. Hey, welcome back. I'm kind of just figuring out what other assets that I could reuse here. It never hurts to reuse stuff if you already made it. Let's see. What can I just blunder? Guess there really isn't much that I can bring back. Other than maybe a few broken debris here. Let's see. Maybe some of the broken pillars right here. Copy you. You there. There we are. We have a bit of debris here. Maybe flip it. And kind of just add a bit more to the foreground here. And then get rid of what's unneeded. Move you back below the tiles here. What's this? Oh yeah, the old bricks. I can delete you. And I could move you up. Over the statues, I'd say. Oh yeah. Put over the statues here. There we are. Oh, it's making a tangent, so let me just nudge you slightly down. Do I do character art as well? Yes, I do character art as well. And there's some character art that I done so far. Just, here's all of, Cole's moves and things like that. A wand weapon that I've been in the beta testing, working on some sword attacks, some sub-weapon throwing. Spears, basic alternate weapons. Working on bow shooting, crouch shooting, shooting at angles, moving and shooting. Use the cloak mechanic. Bring out stuff with that. The vanishing cloak, try like a dash move, and then you determine how far he dashes. Basic crawl animation, dodge rolling, jump flipping, hanging on ceilings. Yep, doing a whole bunch of stuff. So that's, a lot of the player actions that I animated. I cannot confirm if they'll all be in the demo, but, I animated a lot of assets, and it's better to have more stuff and cut down than to have less stuff when you have to make up more. So that's what I've been up to. But yeah, I mostly do a lot of character design, animation. I'm the art guy of this game, so I make all the art assets for all that stuff. All right, copy the. Oh yeah, and once again, I gotta make sure that I'm not touching the edges, because this is supposed to be a scroll. Like, scroll and you approach this, it's supposed to go all the way up here. I think I'll just get rid of... Put this down here. That should be good. Then I'll add in maybe some more ceiling tiles here. Figuring out some stuff. Do my concept art here. It's better to have more than you need than to have to make more, yeah. Oh yeah, and have a parallax background. Yeah, we're doing a parallax background. I'm gonna be sending basically all this stuff separate from, all the stuff in pieces. So you have basically the altar and then the actual full background. And what the hell is this? What the hell is... Oh. I can delete that. Oh. Oh, I know what that is. Alright, just get rid of you and you'll be fine. Because this is supposed to be a light shaft. Debris. This should actually be together, honestly. Oops. Just merge. No. Like, why is it that you only have merge down and not just merge selected? I don't know. This looks empty, so I'm gonna delete you. Alright. All the stuff's here. There we go. And then we have the general brick textures here. And that should work. So all that's left to do is kind of just add a more subtle brick pattern in the back, in the far back here, to draw the eye up. So what I'm going to be doing, turning on symmetry once again, call this far back bricks. And then I'm just going to do this on 1 pixel. And what should happen is that come on. I want pixel 1, not 41. Okay. Things will work. I just need to work at it. And what this will do is make a equivalent brick here. And I'll probably just make a full-size brick as I go. Point is, get a few bricks staircasing down. So it goes all the way up and kind of just rises to this. And this statue actually is supposed to have a rim light here. And we're doing some basic sketching. And we are trying to preserve the darkness of these Play-Blow bricks. I think it's called Play-Blow. Like Adobe bricks or something like that, where they're supposed to be kind of like old, mossy, hidden temple bricks. You're off to eat dinner. All right, see you later. And basically, you have a bunch of alternate brick styles where probably like erase this and probably have you double bricks here. And it's allowed just figuring out what really works. And you'll probably just add some little flaws to, actually no, because what should happen is you have stuff here. And thanks for the follow, Grunchy Bean. I'm yeah, it's pretty good with that. Follow me, and I stream weekly, or at least I try to stream weekly. Usually, if I skip weeks, it's probably because I'm prepping for a con or have an emergency. But yes, thank you for the follow, and hopefully I will have some nice chill art streams overall as I ponder environment art. One thing that I haven't been doing is also adjusting the pyramid stuff. So there was a I do have a thing in my concept art where the perspective actually goes inside and goes like inside in depth, like this. That's actually pretty good, actually. Yeah, it has like a bit of a perspective going. Actually, this is a better idea, because I have pillars right here. Actually, I think I found a better idea of what I could be doing, because I have pillars here. Then you have the basic bright shine up here. Yeah, this is actually looking much more interesting. Yeah, let's get rid of this actually. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to just draw this, actually. Because this is actually looking a little bit more interesting. Because I'm drawing it, it looks slightly better. Yeah, this is actually looking slightly better because there's a bit more depth down here. And I'd be wielding yeah, this is slightly better because having a basic light shaft here. Turn off the symmetry real quick. And then you would contrast this. Actually looking more interesting. Things are looking more filled. This would be more in shadow. Why did I do this rough more often? I think one issue that I keep running into is that I'm not planning these animations as much as I need to. This is looking actually better. And then maybe no. Work with the 2-bit. Because it's supposed to be tiles going from top down. Yeah. I'm feeling this a little bit more. Alright, gotta fill this more. Then contrast this. Yeah, fill it in. I think I'm cooking with something with this. As this rough pixel drawing's working. Because again, this is supposed to be This is kind of working. I'm making it work. Okay, I think I can make this work. Oh. And I think I know what I could do with this. I'll use my dither brushes. I think I could make this work. Bit more smoothness to do the altar. Looking slightly better, actually. I don't hate this. I need to find a pattern that's not. I wonder. Do I have a dither gradient that could work better? Let's see. Would you work? Kinda works. Let's see. This is working. I'm liking this. I like this dither style. Okay. And then I push the darks a little bit more. I'll say, I think I know what I could probably do with this. Okay, I think I know what I could do here. So, first things first, far back breaks. This will be this, and this will be the lighting. I think I know what I could be doing right now. First things first, I can nudge you, make you larger, thicker, so it has better perspective here. Bring you out this way. Work a little better. Yeah, delete the debris. Yeah. I'll keep the head debris here. Delete this. Get rid of the foreground debris. Go with the basics. I think I know what I can do with this. With this, I'm actually going to save a duplicate. Because I think I know what I could do with this. I've iterated this sketch and I like this look. I just need to work with this look more. So I'll lock this down. Lock you down. And get rid of broken pillars. A lot of art development is kind of just making different decisions and realizing how you're kind of making a mistake here, then going back. And that's kind of just how that goes, is you gotta be making lots of mistakes and pondering stuff and thinking, wow, I don't know what I'm doing at all. You usually won't. And I'm no different at results. I am probably completely wondering what could work with this. And usually it's a lot of just figuring things out as I go. Doing a whole bunch of experimentation. A lot of work here, work there, and figuring out, hey, does this actually work or am I just being crazy? That's usually just how that goes. I'll probably just break this brick right here. And thin up these lines. A lot of this is boring pixel pushing, but eventually you end up finding out what you need to actually do. And then all the difficult part washes away. And I'm not going to say that doing environment art comes easy to me, because it doesn't, but it does, doing it does force you to kind of figure out, okay, what are your strengths and limits with this, and what is actually just working right now that can actually do well with what you got. And this is a whole lot of just pixeling and not knowing what you're actually doing and feeling like this stuff is not working, and then stumbling upon a more genius solution because you decide to experiment a little bit more and iterate with what you got, even if what you got isn't working. But you can still edit. You can still edit a sketch. That's one big thing to remember, is that even with all the stuff, with the blank canvas and doing decision paralysis because you don't know what to actually draw, just plunking down lines is enough to just get your brain flowing with things that you want to draw. And you'll at least gain some instinct as to what you do really want to draw, because you're starting to see stuff in the lines and your brain's starting to roll and move and realize, oh, this is what I actually want, and the blockage is out. And that's a crazy fast and loose way to deal with art block, is to do it. You're doing the Senator Palpatine thing where you kind of need to trick your brain into just working, and you'll figure out that, oh hey, you don't actually have art block, because what you're actually having trouble with is making a decision of what to draw. You can draw. It's just, when you're art blocked and stuff like that, it's usually a blockage of, I guess, subject of what you want to do, I guess, and I'm going on a dumb loop. I think my point is that if you put lines on paper, you'll have an easier time deciding what you actually want to draw, because you'll decide, oh, I don't actually want to draw that, I want to draw this. And the point is to just get yourself thinking than actually having the correct, perfect drawing right then and there, because you'll end up kind of just giving yourself unneeded pressure when what you really need is a chance to kind of just let your brain wander for a bit. So it's not easy. I'm not gonna pretend that you having art block is anywhere close to other things. But that's kind of what I keep stumbling upon, is if you do, you end up just making things work overall, because you're getting something. You're doing something overall. And again, you can edit something that's already on the page in a blank canvas. Oh god. A lot of this is me figuring out what I might, what could work on. And overall, I am just a dude also trying to figure things out. I'm not a giant expert artist 100% of the time. I would love to be, but that's an ideal that not everyone can live up to. Least of all me. So the best you can do is do what you can and not worry about making a giant masterpiece all the time, because it's, you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have non-creative moments where you're spending a lot of your time kind of just fiddling around not knowing what you're actually doing. You know what I should do, though? I don't stream on other days besides Wednesdays. But I could just have, like, maybe a mini garbage can stream where I have the camera streaming, but I don't chat, I just get into the thinking aspect. And I don't talk, I just work. Of course, I'm probably doing this too, but I mean, probably like a Monday morning stream where I'm not as tired, I'm wired with coffee and I'm just in it and just super grinding. Not really worrying about chat or whether the game's looking good or not. I'm just doing it. I should set on pixel perfect just to make it go. Maybe it should actually just be going up instead. In fact, what if I just did a bunch of curves instead? And then the rest of it was more of the brickwork. Then I just pushed the bricks a little bit more. Have that fade out. Push this higher. This is sort of working. I am seeing something. This is probably cleaner than how I had it initially, but I am probably figuring it out as I go. this is supposed to look like a big ol' set piece. Full blown set piece. Alright, this is kind of sort of working. This is kind of working. And make it work. Much better. And have a few of these bricks kind of just uneven because it's supposed to look more like, you know, have a bit more flaws. Okay. And then we add another curve here. Maybe I can, this is a convoluted way to do this, but I think I can figure this out as I go. Make it hurt. And just overwork. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Yeah, I think I'm losing the plot with this. Man, I'm just tired. Yeah, well, I mean, this is looking okay. I have an idea of what I can do. I just need to actually do it. I think I'll have to work on this off stream and dive deeper into working on this more. Right now it's 8:41 and I'm feeling sleepy because I have to wake up at 3 in the morning tomorrow, so I believe I'll just wrap this stream today. Yes, thanks for stopping by, and this is going to be, I guess this is a shorter stream than I guess last time, but honestly, I'm probably just a little sleepy overall. Yeah. Next week I'll just do some other stuff. Maybe like continue some character animation. But overall, I'll see you all next time. Have a good night.